Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Who am I but I'm Dre Mac? Came into the game just to spit facts. Into the space that I'm in. They got me by the Drake cause I'm cold with the pen. I find no diamonds but I feel shine. You can dig me cause my bar's mine. My tracks flame like a dilute. I on the floor on my tongue. These niggas warm blue. I'ma throw with a gas leak. Camouflage in the mist, but you smell me. One spark, then I bet you I'ma blow up. You throw my name around, get stupid, then you go dumb. No rest for the weary. A versus thinking in his man, but you can't see me. You rather drink than go pull up. I'm drinking knife through the game, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. I came to eat out the a la carte. Got stripped of a bear, call me brainstorm. Then I come together like a Voltron. Then I pour all the planks, you use the Decepticons. Straight rappers to retreat like Cobra. 80s they can float it like up in the storage and I'm E-Man. Up, down, down, then I'm cheap. You a beast, man. I take a beat in. Ninja turtle rap, turtle clans, get defeated. High samurai, you can call me Night Rider. You can never stop me, cause I'm a guy bomb. Bad attitude like a rocket, my whole to the A, and I bet you can't stop us. LL bad when I go and show up. You can hear the haters in the back. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is only a test.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. To get that honey sauce on me, I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What is going on, everybody? It's your man Dre Mac coming to you again with another episode of the Dre Mac Show. 7:30 in the morning Central Time, 8:30 on the East Coast. And if you're on the West Coast, get up, because you already know that the early bird gets the worm. And on today, I'm going to talk about that James Gunn teaser for Superman that he used with this little boy. And I'm going to just oppose it to our good friend, Tyrone Magnus. Yes, I'm going to do a reaction to his Ironheart video and show you why James Gunn is showing you what superhero movies is all about with that small little teaser. So hopefully you guys are happy. Hopefully you guys are healthy. Shout out to my man Heavy Gant over at the Heavy Gant channel. But you already know how I do. The real question is, All right. Let me see who is all up in the house early this morning. and see what's up. Marley Moore, good morning, good morning, good morning. YR, good morning, good morning, even though I have no idea what's going on with that. Jalen Harris, good morning, good morning, good morning. Robbie D, the admin, is up in here. Good morning. And you already see it. Like, share, and subscribe. And even if you don't, you might like my face, my nose might be too big. You might hate my lips. But make sure that you at least engage and hit that hit that thumbs up or even a thumbs down. Don't matter to me. Good morning. Good morning. Oops. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Tina. Good morning. Good morning. AKA Minty Gasso. Good morning. Chris CV. Good morning. Nice to see you back up in here today. Roberta, the church auntie. Now you see Miss Roberta up in here, right? Y'all better not be acting no fool up in here is all I'm saying. Be acting no fool. Erica D, aka She Loves Fantasy. Good morning, good morning, good morning. That's what I'm talking about. Tyra J is up in here. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Your Junior Network is up in here. Good morning. We need some Michael Jackson updates. Where's the movie? Where's part 1 of the movie drop? Can we get the movie should be called Black and White? So we get the black version of Michael, then we get the white version of Michael in the second half. Nah, ain't funny. But I can't wait for Junior Network to put out that information and make sure y'all checking him out. You know what I'm saying? He got a channel. Like, share, subscribe. Prisetta, good morning, good morning, good morning. Pam, look at old Pam. Oh, Sister Pam is up in here. What's up over there on X? What's up, Sister Pam? It's my girl right there. Dorian Rain Reloaded, good morning, good morning, good morning. Dirty Joker, good morning, good morning, good morning. Xavier Phoenix is up here. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's been delayed again to next. I can't wait. Come on now. I need my Michael. You know what I'm saying? Not like that though, but I need Michael. You know what I'm saying? Michael. Stamina MC all the way. Shout out to London. Hey, I want to do this real quick. I went to go check my analytics. Shout out to all of the people who are watching me on the continent, who's watching me in West Africa, on the West African continent, part of the continent, and the South African continent. Yo, shout out to y'all. And a lot of y'all are watching my video, my recap of Fresh Prince episode 1 through 3. Yo, shout out to all of you guys on the continent that's watching. I looked at that and I was like, you just never know when you get in this YouTube space. And not only that, but you know, the people that's in London, I had somebody hit me up from New Zealand. And again, sometimes it shocks me on the you know what I mean? Oh God, shut up, Torian. On the continent, South Africa, West Africa, middle of Africa. You know what I meant. Shut up, Torian. Shut up. You know what I meant. But and Mika ain't here. Ha! Ha ha ha. But no, when you get in this YouTube space, you have no idea who's watching and where they're watching you from. So shout out to all the people that are watching me. Oh, you know, anywhere in the world. Shout out to y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for checking out my channel. I really do. And what's up, Kimiko? It's Wednesday Friends Day. So shout out to everybody. I want to put my middle finger up to you, but I think Y-Arc already did it. Word on the street is that the first part of the movie gonna start in his early life, right before the release of Thriller. The second part is gonna be Thriller to Death, which sucks. But yeah, it's exactly. It's not just Buckmeister. You know what I mean? It's not just him. I looked at the analytics, man. The people who are commenting on that video, like that video was my best. And it's, you know, I did that live stream was like, oh my God, it was like all 2 hours going through episode 1, 2, and 3 of Bel Air. That almost has 40,000 views. That's my highest view stream, period. My highest view video, but stream, period. You know what I mean? So, Kyle, what's good? Nice to see you in the chat. You know what I'm saying? I got to shout out my man D Sizzle. Is D Sizzle up in here? I just seen him. D Sizzle up in here. So we got a new one. We got a new, when I got to take a break, we got a new, just stand by. I want y'all to check this out. Again, shout out to D Sizzle for the layup on this video. Check this out.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the butter spread. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the butter spread. Get your butter spread all on me. I don't like the way it mixes with my mac and cheese.
We now return to the Transformers.
Yo, again, shout out to D Stizzle he made the video, so I can't take credit for that. D Stizzle made that video, and shout out to him. Shout out to D Stizzle for that one. Of course, I got the Tyrone Magnus version, and trust me, a Stevie Knight version might be coming too. I don't care. But I gotta say this. I do gotta say this though. I do gotta say this. This is just all jokes, all fun. I don't mean no ill will towards those brothers. Like, I got beef with them, like real beef. I literally seen the video of the YouTuber who popped another YouTuber in Vegas. I seen it on X yesterday. And shout out to the villain, because I didn't know nothing about it. The deleted villain, I don't know if you guys know who that is, but deleted villain, yo, check him out. He did a video about it. I mean, they literally popped dude and his wife over copywriting in YouTube beef. Never that deep. Trust me and believe me. I might joke. This is just me. I'm trolling, but I'm not trolling to the point where I'm trying to disrespect them dudes. I don't like the butter biscuit stuff they be doing. You know what I mean? It's a lot of butter biscuiting going on. You know what I mean? And I may not like it, but I don't want nobody to get harmed. This is just jokes. Trust me. There's going to be jokes about me. There's going to be jokes about me. The bigger I get in this YouTube space, the more popular I get, the more you guys like, share, subscribe to this channel. There's going to be people that's not going to like me. There's people that don't like me now. Trust me, I know. I know. And I was called corny when I was joking. I did some stuff. Okay, it was the past. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? We move on. You know what I mean? All of that. But it's never that serious. When I want to put my hands on somebody or anything like that, it's never that serious. You know what I'm saying? Or harm, somebody or somebody else that don't have nothing to do with anything. This is just jokes. This is fun. This is jokes. All of that. You know what I mean? It's just jokes. So I wanted to put that out there, which goes into the video for Men's Mental Health Month. Again, if you got things that's going on, men, a shout out to the men who has overcome everything, the mental things that is going on. If you've overcome that, this is my time to give you your flowers. If you have not, check out this video that I did for Men's Mental Health Month.
This video is directed towards the men. This month is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I'm bringing something to you guys. I want to let you know that you are needed and you are loved. Why am I talking to the men right now? Because 22% of us actually take our own lives every year in America, compared to only 6% of women. Men, I know that our jobs could be stressful. I know our families could be stressful. The things that we go through can be stressful, but let you know there's a brotherhood of people who want to see you get help. You are needed. You are loved. We are here for you. We're here for your family. Go get help. There's nothing wrong with going to get help. You're talking to somebody who kicks depression and anxiety's ass every day. And I'm also a survivor of almost committed suicide. So if you need any information, it's below in the comments. Vibe higher.
And also just remember, if you, and I Need to put this in the bottom of the description of this video. Um, just again, I always want to look out. Not saying nobody else. I'm not shut up, but it's a higher level of men that delete themselves off the timeline than anyone else in the country. So I'm just shouting out the men. This is Men Mental Health Month. Make sure you get the help that you need at any time. And I think the people, y'all see, a lot of y'all don't see what's going on the back end or whatever. You know what I mean? People that hit me up, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say no names because I want that to keep it between, you know what I'm saying, us. But people that hit me up on the back channel on my Instagram, because I don't, you know what I mean? I'm not really on X, but they hit me up on my Instagram. Hey, Dre, I'm just seeing how you doing today. You know what I mean? So that's why I always say vibe higher, because you got to vibrate higher on a higher frequency, because everybody wants to push you down. Everybody wants to lower your energy, lower your frequency, and you can't have that. You can't be around people that try to lower your frequency, lower your energy, lower the capability and the progress that you have established. So make sure, men, you go get the help that you needed. I'm here. You most definitely got love from Dre Mack and the crew. All right. So let me shout out the crew, and then I'm going to get to the video that, I'm not going to lie, yesterday made me think, it almost brought me to tears. Honestly, it was that deep. But you know, it made me think about a lot of stuff, and the reason why I became a comic book fan. But before I get into that, let me shout out the crew, and then we're gonna get to the actual videos. Let's go. Hold up, wait a minute, whoa. Stop everything you're doing. Go and hit that like button. I know this is probably your first time watching, and you probably enjoying everything. Stop fucking on the channel and go and hit that subscribe button so you never miss one of my videos or one of my morning live streams. And for only $2.99 a month, you know you can be a part of the crew. And shout out to all my crew members that been holding it down for Dre Mack and the crew since the beginning. All right, back to your regularly scheduled program, now in service. Go. Bye. All right. And again, shout out to everyone that is a part of the crew. The Heroin Channel, good morning. Eric Shaw is up here. Good morning. Gray, the other admin, is up here. Good morning. And I know you be having to go to work, so I be trying to hurry up. But I wanted to get to, first of all, where we're seeing this. I gotta get to two, and make sure that y'all get the likes up, please, just get the likes up. I don't know what this is. D-Sizzle made it, so I don't know if it's the orchestra version. I don't know. I have no idea. You know what I mean? But yeah, I do appreciate him doing that. I do. And Chris TV, you're crazy for this. This also be the Salty Cracker crew. I just feel like that's gonna bring me way more heat, but I like it. I'm not gonna lie, I like it. I like it. Let me see. Tina, you can eat your homemade butter biscuits. You can with the butter spread. Yeah, just taste the goodness of the biscuit. You know what I'm saying? Just as long as you ain't out there butter biscuiting, you know what I'm saying, for the man, I'm good. All right. Let me see. Let's see. All right. All right. Let's get to, well, the first thing I want to do, because I want to do a compare and contrast. Because I want to show y'all the reason why that this video that I'm gonna show you is so important. But I want to show this guy right here. Oh God, he's so annoying. I'm sorry. Shut up. God. I just want to show y'all something real quick, because I seen this on the way out yesterday. It was like, Oh, Tyrone did make a clip for, and it's got 30,000 views. I don't get it, but I'm gonna show you. I want to see this, and oh my god, you know how I feel about this cat. He's just annoying, and I know that he went for the butter biscuits. I know he's for the butter biscuits. You know what I mean? So I'm going to show this clip real quick. I think this is only 2 minutes, and then I'm speeding it up. But it's where we at right now. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Brother Juma, what's up? Good morning, good morning, good morning. I think it's okay. So let me just tell you my side. When I was a kid, I seen superheroes on TV. Again, I grew up in the 80s. So the Incredible Hulk TV show was in syndication. Spider-Man was in syndication about live action. Spider-Man was in syndication. You know, if you know what my favorite show of all times is, and that's Knight Rider. You know what I'm saying? It's Knight Rider. And the reason why is because there was a cool guy that solved crimes. He was a hero. You know what I'm saying? He had one of the dopest cars on the face of the planet. Kid get crushed. Kid get put in water. Enrique, good morning, good morning. Kid get put in swamp water, and you know what I'm saying, or whatever, and it eats them all up or whatever, and they got to rebuild them, all this stuff. That's what I grew up with. And I didn't care about what his the color skin was, because just like I had David Hasselhoff, I had Mr. T. You know what I'm saying? I had Mr. T. You know what I'm saying? AKA B.A. Baracus. You know what I mean? So I had that, you know. And again, as a kid, you didn't care. All you seen was heroes on there, and you rooted for your hero. You know what I mean? That's it. You rooted for your hero. You know, hero get beat up, hero go down, hero comes back. You know what I'm saying? Hero's down and out. How is the hero gonna get out of this situation today? And then here comes a hero. Hell, some of my heroes were Transformers. You know what I mean? And some of my favorite villains were robots. You know what I mean? Like Smurfs. I used to watch the Smurfs. I hated Gargamel because he was always going after these Smurfs. And I was so smurfing mad when they would smurf up my Smurfette. You know what I mean? Like, this is a kid. That's the kid in me. And I really feel like a lot of these dudes who go and grip and do all this mess, they do this stuff because they have lost a little kid in them. And it's easier to be angry, upset, you know what I'm saying, and all this other stuff. Thundercats, trust me, Thundercats, one of my greatest memories of all time is watching Thundercats with my uncle. It literally makes me emotional because I remember that. My uncle wanted to sit down with me and watch Thundercats the movie. You know what I mean? That is special. That is a memory, you know what I'm saying, that I would cherish forever. You see what I mean? But a lot of these cats that go and grift and do all this stuff, they forgot the core memory is you being a kid. You know what I mean? And you are just with your hero, He-Man. You know what I'm saying? It was funny that I remember when Kings of Comedy, D.L. Hughley, when he was talking about leaving, and me and He-Man was out the door packing up He-Man. You know what I mean? Because he was a hero. You know what I mean? Growing up in the 80s, my cousin, shout out to my cousin Manu. You know what I'm saying? My cousin Manu, big wrestling fan. So that gigantic rubber Big John stud, you know what I'm saying? And Junkyard Dog, his heroes. Hulk Hogan, before we knew he was racist. You know what I mean? Inspector Gadget, y'all hear it in the theme song. I mean, you can just go on when you really start unlocking them core memories. Shout out to Black Nerd Comedy too, because Black Nerd Comedy does that all the time. When he starts unlocking those memories of the real Ghostbusters, of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I mean, y'all can't see it, but my whole entire wall is filled with Ninja Turtles over there. And just like how we get geeked out about that, some little kid got geeked out about Batman, the newer one. Some kid got geeked out about Black Panther, recast T'Challa, because that's what it's about. You know what I mean? Because some little kid grew up with that and they hold that dear to them, you know, or the people that they see on YouTube. There's people that grew up with James Rolfe and, you know what I'm saying, in the Nostalgia Critic, because they've been on YouTube for so long, and other creators that's their heroes, people that got inspired because of their hero, no matter what color, what shape, what form, all of that. Somebody got inspired by somebody, and that's what it should be about. The inspiration, you know, what the hero means to you. We have gotten so old and critical that we forgot about the child that's in us that gets excited about this stuff. Because we're looking at it. Yeah, we sometimes have to look at it in that critical eye as adults. But man, never forget about the kid that's in you that just wants to see a hero on TV. You know, AVG, yeah, the angry video game nerd. Some people grew up with the angry video game nerd. That's crazy, because me and him is technically the same age, but you know what I mean? So I get it. I understand. You know, some kids, but you got to understand what we might not like. Some little kid loves that. There's some little girl right now that wants to be Ray, and you can't take that from them. You know, one of my favorite comic book characters, Deadpool. You know what I mean? Some little kid watched Deadpool, and technically they shouldn't have been, but they watched Deadpool and they love it. You know, my son named his dog T'Challa. Had a Black Panther a dog tag on him and everything. What that means is he watched that movie and got inspired. And at the end of the day, that's all it's about. So it kind of upsets me when a grown-ass man, you know, does the stuff that we're about to watch right now. Let me share my screen just for a quick second. And let's go. Let's watch this. Let me, you know, what's going on, Nemo? Good morning, good morning. Let's watch this video, and I'm gonna just oppose it to the video that James Gunn did and tell you this is the reason why we gotta let our kid back in us. Not okay, that was the wrong choice of words. All right, let's get to this.
What is happening, Magasites? We have official trailer 2 for Ironheart. Sure, it's going to be much better than the first trailer was. Check this out. Oh, we got some Terminator.
My stepdad used to say the best way to know a thing is to take it apart. Put it together. And you can see what it's really made of.
You should take your gadgets.
I gotta stop this. I know at times it. How is this man got 30,000 views on this, and I can't even crack 1,000 on my breakdown? I'm not hating though, because he's been on YouTube for a long time or whatever. But yeah,
That's it. Thanks. Pick yourself now.
and I had to stop it for copyright reasons.
See what you're made of.
You ain't goes nothing.
All right, great. Take it easy.
If I'm gonna protect people, I gotta start thinking outside the box. All the things.
What is it? What? Like, oh my God, this dude is just so negative. This dude is just so negative. I mean, let's keep going.
You could have been with that big brain of yours. What's this?
What is this supposed to be funny? Is this supposed to be, what is he? I'm glad he covered his head. You know what I'm saying? So we don't see that thumbprint for a face. But anyway.
Exactly.
Might be a hero in their afro.
Riri, time to wake up. Look. What are you? Your greatest creation yet. Who the hell else would it be, bitch?
Yo, this cat here it never fails. It never fails. And again, Eric Shaw, I get it. I get it. But if you really break that, it like that's why I broke that trailer down and shortened it. This here is literally for clicks and likes. Let's watch. Let's watch. Let's continue to watch. And I'm gonna juxtapose this to what James Gunn put out. Let's go.
It's just so stereotypical hood. Like it. Who else would it be, bitch?
I hate to be the bearer of bad news when they say it's so stereotypical, but if I'm not mistaken, and I'm just I got to keep it a buck. This is how people are talking nowadays, man. Don't believe me? This is when you know you're out. I can I keep it? Can I? This is my time to keep it real. You can tell when somebody is disconnected out of the black community. They don't hang around a lot more black people. They're not just sitting around in their, suburban neighborhood around a lesser amount of Negroes than they grew up with. But if you go around more black people, especially black women, there are young black girls. That's how they talk. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that's the way they talk. Because some black people, I hate to say it like this, but I don't hate it. I love it. There's so many people black people they want black people. Let me just say this. There is some people that want black people to be so far away from the hood so they can conform to what that's comfortable. They want to be comfortable. Damn it, all black people can't be comfortable. Why can't we be ourselves? Like, I gotta represent this because this pissed me off. Why can't we just be ourselves? Right? Why do we gotta conform for a box to make white folks comfortable? Some white folks comfortable. I'm not saying all, but this is the kind of brother that wants to make white people comfortable. So we can't have young girls who talk like this in colleges and all of that. Be like, bye, bitch, because that's the way they talk. But when you so far disconnected away from black people, you don't see this. You're comfortable in your little suburban neighborhood with your white picket fence and that American dream that they sold you. Top dollar. And you think because you conform into their little bubble of what they think you should be, everybody else looks like a stereotype. This pissed me off. This way, because I haven't watched this. So this is my natural reaction. There's so many Negroes that are so disconnected because they want to conform so bad and be a part of the club that they don't want you in. But you'll sure invite some of these white folks that dance and jump and boogie to the cookout. Tell me I'm lying. If a white dude dance good or whatever, he dance like a black person or a white girl dance like a black person, quote unquote, they invited to the cookout. If they stand up and just say one word in favor of black people, oh, invite him to the cookout, right? But you have shills like this that stand up every day and put a cape on. For a lot of times, it's to magnify what white supremacy really is. But they're not inviting you to the country club. They're not going to invite you to the country club. See, they hate the fact that we all don't conform to what they think we should be. That's why he's sitting there with his head down, right? Because we just can't be that. We just can't be our natural selves. Yeah, we talk like this. Yeah, everywhere, especially in Chicago. What do you think she's going to be like? What did you think, Jolly Key? What? Come on, man. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. And again, a lot of these dudes don't like the fact that we ourselves, because they so busy conforming. Why you think he's mad at this? Hey, just look at this. And I'm going to play the rest of this video because I'm going to get off of my soapbox. But you notice how he was laughing and giggling? If you were in the chat, he was laughing and giggling when he was watching The Critical Drinker. And the Critical Drinker was making all these jokes and doing all of this stuff. And he just kikiing. Thumb going everywhere. But then a young black girl calls her friend bish. Now all of a sudden this is the react because he wants to conform. This is exactly oh God. This is literally what the religious instructions for the Negro book is talking about. Let me keep going. Let me keep going.
All right, y'all. Post comment sound. Let me know what y'all thought. If you enjoyed my
shut up. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out. I again, you see how disappointed he is in black people just being black people. He has no problem. He had no problem with the Critical Drinker saying all the wild, goofy stuff he was saying. That's what I'm saying, boy. These folks selling themselves every day. But let's get back, and that's why I said let's just suppose this, because you can't be yourself. You can't be a superhero. You can't be black. Have a little slang to you and all of that. You can't have it. But there's a little girl. There's going to be a 12, 13-year-old girl who's going to watch this. And you know what they're going to say? That's just how I am. We always talk about representation, but they don't want our representation. Let me, oh God, boy. Woo. Woo. Let me show this. So cute. This is just so adorable.
This isn't just for Superman. Bye, Joe. Whoa!
Prime members, see Superman early in select theaters July 8th.
I love this little video for the simple fact is that this is what loving superheroes is all about. Not being mad because somebody has a certain slang or anything like that. It's not about, if something is woke or not, because damn it, everything has social commentary to it. Everything. It's not even about that little black kid or mixed kid or melanated child has a white doll. What it shows is a little kid wanting to be a superhero. No different than when Black Panther came out. All those white kids and Latino kids that was wearing a Black Panther outfit because Black Panther, or the little girls who wanted to dress up as Shuri because Shuri was cool. You see what I mean? It's about heroes and villains. At the end of the day, it's about heroes and villains. and the fun that you can have when you dress up as your favorite superhero. Now, again, the 80s kids who grew up with Christopher Reeve Superman, it ain't near one of us who didn't put on our mama's towel or IT grandma towel, or you know what I'm saying, or somebody towel, and walk around and do the same thing that little kid was doing. Because I know I did. You know what I mean? I know I did. But I also did my thrips like Spider-Man. Tried to pick up the rocks like Incredible Hulk. You know, I took a broomstick and put, you know what I'm saying, 2 ring washers to it and put a chain on it and tried to do nunchucks like Michelangelo. Or took the size of the old screen doors, we put it in a block and put a little handle towards it, and now I got swords. Or I can do that same thing and make size out of it. Or just take the whole damn broomstick and have a bow staff. Like, hey, we can all be Ninja Turtles for just a day. You see what I mean? When The Last Dragon come out, all of us could be Bruce Leroy. At the end of the day, that's all it's about. And you got grown men that will tear down the object of just being a kid again and enjoying the superhero movies. Again, that's why I wanted to show Tyrone Magnus first. For the simple fact is that I believe he's lost that thrill, because you done bought into and we always, we you know, in America, we always talk about, or they bring up, you know, what happened in Germany. I don't want to go so far into it, but what happened in Germany, because they will talk about that. I talk about what happened, you know what I'm saying, when the boats came to West Africa, and I need to get over that, but that's not about that right now. But what happened in West Germany, right? And the man, because I actually did a whole thesis paper on him in college, that man spread ideology. That was his whole thing, was spreading ideology. So he didn't even have the color eyes or the color hair of what he was trying to spread as far as ideology. Don't want to get into it, but you know what I'm talking about. What is the difference between that and saying this is woke, that is woke, woke, and spreading ideology? Or certain other ideologies that they try to throw on us and say that we need to conform to this, or else we're bigots, we're haters, you know, we're bigots, we're trash, whatever. Black people just wanted to be equal, but they'd call that woke or whatever, but they'd throw all their ideology out on you, bash you, call you this, I'll call you all kinds of names and all of that, but then get butthurt when we turn around and do the same thing to them and say, aren't you spreading ideology? False ideologies to make us think that everything that we're watching is just so bad. A black woman being on the thing, it's the worst thing. A young black girl, you know, calling her friend a little bitch, it's the worst thing that you've ever seen, because that's a stereotype. Unless you go into the black neighborhoods, and that's when some of these girls in college and stuff like that calling each other. It seemed like if you don't be around these people, you have the most to say. But they won't go into those neighborhoods and say that. And I'm not talking about the ones that's not the same color as me. The one, I mean, the ones that's the same color that spread all this nonsense will go into black spaces because they're comfortable in the spaces that they feel like they're accepted in. If you get what I'm saying. But give me a second. What's up, Maurice Charles? Give me a second. Let me take a 30-second break real quick. And because I need to bring it down a notch. And I'll be right back with more of the Dre Mack Show.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Taste the biscuit.
now return to the Transformers.
All right. The 50 Hey, look, soon as I stop working so damn hard, I got more stuff. I got one for Mika. Trust me, I got some stuff in the works. One for Blue. Yeah. But hold on. Oh yeah, Dorian. Truth be told, some years ago, I used to be a minister at a church, and trust me, I know all about that 501c3, and I know about the government mandate that tells you what you can and cannot religious spaces if you got that 501c3. Trust me. I don't want to get all into it, but trust me, I know. Trust me. And honestly, Erica, you already know that this is just this is their era. You know what I mean? I had my era when I was saying, you know what I'm saying, certain things in my era. That's their era. You can't sit up there and be like, this is just a stereotype. How you know we're not even a part of the community anymore? You don't know what they're talking about. You know what I mean? You said, Dre, have you thought about what would it be like if Jason Todd Red Hood was a brother? If so, what do you think? I never gave it too much thought. But if he was, he'd just be Night Thrasher. If you want to keep it a buck, he'll be Night Thrasher with guns. You know what I mean? So yeah. To answer your question. And the stories are more important than the punishry. And you're right. You still have to tell a great story. Let me just put it like this. When I was a kid, the reason why I like Transformers so much is because the story was these aliens was trapped on Earth. They could convert into cars, but one group of these Cybertronians wanted to get fuel and oil. We're gonna get these resources. We're gonna get all these resources out of this planet. And the good guy was like, no, we can't do it. We don't even know these people. Why are you just gonna rob these people of the resources? I can't let you do it. And they fought over one trying to protect, one trying to take over. Isn't that what we would call woke? Because that is basically the story of America. Except nobody was fighting, for the natives of this country to keep their land. People came over here to take their resources and to set up shop. You know what I mean? I was listening to was it George Carlson? Not George, yeah. And he made this joke back in the day. He said America was built by slave owners who put in the Constitution all men are created equal. Like the irony of that quote. So what I'm saying is, as far as like the story of good and evil, the story has to be good, but the story has to touch you in a certain way to make you feel. But if we're going in and we're automatically got our blinders on because somebody sold us ideology, all this woke business and all of this MCU, all of that is ideology. That's all it is new age ideology. There's no difference, when it comes to ideology. So for those who don't know what ideology means, let's tell you. Ideology is a term that can refer to a few different things. It is often used as an alternative spelling of ideology, which means a system of ideas and beliefs. However, it can be used in the same name of a company, ideology, yada, yada, yada. But when you start talking about the regular ideology, the ones that we normally talk about, It means a system of ideas or beliefs. So what people are doing when they get up here or they go on their platforms and they got over 1 million subscribers and they talk about this woke this and woke that and da 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 da, they're spreading ideology. If they don't think for themselves, they feed into ideology. That's it. Why do you think anytime that you start talking about black stuff, they always say, well, that's political? Who said anything about politics? When we start talking about black things, they try to make it political. Oh, I don't want to go political. That's a form of ideology to make you believe talking about black things is political. They're just spreading their own, they're pushing their own ideology. While a lot of people talk about the LGBT community spreading their ideology, there's other people that spread their ideology also. From other groups and all of that. This is all over the place. To where the fact that some people don't think for themselves. That's why Tyrone Magnus was so giddy and keep keying about the critical drinker, because technically I have not seen him yet form a thought that had nothing to do with what the critical drinker or geeks and gamers or all these other wokey woke, you know what I'm saying, eggs you lies out here. And again, if I had no soul, no self-morals, no self-esteem, no passion about the people that look like me, I'll grift too. In a heartbeat. I keep it a buck with you. If I had no moral sense of code about myself, if I didn't love my people the way that I do, if I didn't care about myself, trust me, I'll be grifting my ass off, because all I care about is money. I don't care if somebody gets harmed. Then I'm not talking about physically. I'm just talking about the ideology I spread. They could technically harm somebody in the future, because you're going to get so mad that they don't want to hear your ideology. You're going to be wanting to fight. Because ain't nobody no. I'm like on life. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit, man. Go to bed. Tell nobody want to hear that. But when you spread these type of ideologies all over the place and people don't want to hear that, people get angry because people don't know how to control their emotions. And we're talking about grown men too. Grown men. While they out here talking about MCU and everything, all of that, half of them can't control their emotions. So who's really the she and you? So that's all I'm saying. So go back. Find that little kid in you. Start. Now again, I'm not saying that these movies got to be good. I mean, these movies ain't, movies and TV shows good. They still got to be watchable. But don't forget that kid in you, man. And enjoy something for a change. Instead of just thinking everything is just wokey woke. Because somebody with a platform told you that it's woke.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
All right. All right, keep the conversation going. Make sure that you're putting it in the chat. If you're putting it in the chat, don't forget, go over there and start putting some of these comments over in the comment section. It really, the more you guys comment over the comment section, it really helps the algorithm to push these videos. But what do you think? Do you want to enjoy movies again? Enjoy comic book movies and all of that? Do you want to do that? Are you willing to let the little kid in you? Or is a grown-ass adult like, nah, I don't want that? Put it in the comment section below and let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can never, ever miss one of my videos again. Until next time, I'm going to holler at you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, man. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, Friday. Where's my outro at? Look, you already know I've been on here long enough, but I gotta go. Wait a minute. You're telling me the video's over? What? Okay, I guess so. If you have came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you really want to, you don't got to, go ahead and follow the social media links that's down below. Until next time, I'll holler at you guys later. Peace and Bob Hire, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself.